Whispers. That's how it started. Bitwise Industries, the darling of Fresno's tech scene, wasn't what it seemed. Fraud, deception, a house of cards built on lies. To understand how the house of cards crumbled, we must first journey back to the beginning. Fresno, California. Bitwise Industries planted its flag, promising a technological renaissance. Led by charismatic entrepreneurs, Bitwise offered a glimmer of hope. Investors flocked to Bitwise, pouring millions into the company. Bitwise wasn't just building a company, they were building a movement. But beneath the veneer of success, cracks began to appear. Rumors spread of missed deadlines and questionable financial practices. The culture grew increasingly toxic, shrouded in secrecy and fear. These warning signs were dismissed as mere growing pains. The truth was slowly beginning to unravel. At the helm of Bitwise stood Jake Soberl and Irma Olguin Jr. Soberl, the CEO, was a charismatic visionary. Olguin, the COO, was the pragmatist. Together they formed a formidable duo, speaking passionately about empowering underserved communities. Their message resonated deeply with a city yearning for change. Fresno embraced Bitwise with open arms. Local politicians showered the company with praise and tax breaks. Community leaders lined up to partner with them. Young people flocked to Bitwise's coding boot camps. Bitwise wasn't just a company, it was a movement. Behind the facade of success, a darker reality emerged. Financial projections were revealed to be wishful thinking. Whispers of discontent grew louder. Soberl and Olguin dismissed concerns as unfounded rumors. The truth was seeping out, threatening to poison Bitwise's image. Bitwise's star continued to rise. Awards and accolades poured in. Investors lined up to pour millions into the company. Bitwise's reach extended far beyond Fresno. The world was ready to embrace the Bitwise way. Behind the glittering facade, a sinister truth was concealed. Financial records were manipulated to paint a picture of growth. Soberl and Olguin ruled with an iron fist. Fear and intimidation became the norm. The truth was a ticking time bomb. Cracks began to appear in the Bitwise facade. Rumors of financial irregularities circulated. Journalists began to dig deeper. Employees remained largely silent. The seeds of doubt had been sown. The COVID-19 pandemic cast a long shadow. Bitwise's cash reserves were dwindling. Soberl and Olguin explored new avenues for funding. They doctored financial statements to secure a PPP loan. The loan application was a testament to their audacity. Bitwise's PPP loan was approved. Millions of dollars flowed into the company, but the loan application raised red flags. Federal agents raided Bitwise's offices. Bitwise was now the subject of a federal investigation. The silence was shattered. News outlets descended upon Fresno. Bitwise was embroiled in a scandal. Soberl and Olguin were accused of being con artists. The house of cards had finally collapsed. Investigators uncovered a pattern of deception. Bitwise had been operating at a loss for years. Revenue figures were grossly inflated. The PPP loan was obtained through fraudulent means. The investigation revealed a culture of fear and intimidation. The weight of the evidence against Soberl and Olguin was overwhelming. In March 2022, the Department of Justice filed criminal charges against the duo, accusing them of orchestrating a massive fraud scheme. The indictment painted a damning portrait of greed and deception. Soberl and Olguin, once celebrated as visionaries, were now facing years behind bars. The news sent shockwaves through Fresno and beyond. Investors, many of whom had poured their life savings into Bitwise, were left reeling. Employees, some of whom had devoted years to the company, were left jobless and disillusioned. The community, once eager to embrace Bitwise's promise, felt a profound sense of betrayal. The legal battle was long, with Soberel and Olguin maintaining their innocence. Their defense team argued that the company's downfall was due to mismanagement, not malice. They portrayed Soberel and Olguin as well-intentioned entrepreneurs who had simply made mistakes. Despite their attempts to salvage their reputations, Soberel and Olguin's carefully constructed facade had crumbled. The evidence was overwhelming, and the jury's verdict was swift and decisive. Guilty on all counts. The courtroom erupted in gasps and murmurs as the verdict was read. Soberel and Olguin stood silently as the judge handed down lengthy prison terms. The sentence, broadcast nationwide, marked the end of the Bitwise saga. Yet disbelief lingered as the dust settled on Bitwise Industries. How could a company that promised so much be built on lies? How could so many be so thoroughly deceived? The answers lay in the allure of success and the power of a compelling narrative. The trial of Jake Soberel and Irma Olguin Jr. was more than just a legal proceeding, it was a public reckoning. The courtroom became a stage where the facade of Bitwise Industries was dismantled through testimonies. Former employees, once bound by fear, painted a damning portrait of a company built on lies and intimidation. They recounted being pressured to falsify records and create a false narrative of success. Their testimonies, corroborated by emails and memos, chipped away at the defense's narrative. While the witness testimonies provided compelling first-hand accounts of the fraud, it was the mountain of documentary evidence that truly sealed Soberel and Olguin's fate. Financial records meticulously analyzed by forensic accountants revealed a pattern of systematic deception, with revenue figures inflated, expenses hidden, and complex webs of transactions designed to obscure the true nature of Bitwise's financial health. Emails, retrieved from company servers and personal accounts, exposed the inner workings of the scheme, with Soberel and Olguin directing employees to falsify invoices, create fictitious customers, and manipulate financial data to present a rosy picture to investors and lenders. Text messages, often sent late at night or during weekends, revealed the frantic efforts to maintain the facade, with Soberel and Olguin urging their team to close the deal or make the numbers work regardless of the ethical implications. The evidence was damning, a testament to the audacity and sophistication of the fraud. It painted a picture of a company that, far from being a beacon of innovation and social impact, was in reality a house of cards, precariously balanced on a foundation of lies, deceit, and a callous disregard for the law. The downfall of Bitwise Industries sent shockwaves through Fresno, a city that had pinned its hopes for economic revitalization and technological advancement on the company's success. The sense of betrayal was palpable, the realization that the promises of a brighter future had been nothing more than a carefully constructed illusion designed to enrich a select few at the expense of many. Investors, many of whom had poured their life savings into Bitwise, were left financially devastated, their dreams of security shattered. Employees who had dedicated years of their lives to building the company found themselves jobless and disillusioned, their trust in Soberel and Olguin irrevocably broken. The community, once so eager to embrace Bitwise's message of hope and opportunity, was left grappling with a profound sense of loss and a lingering distrust of those who claimed to hold the keys to a better future. The Bitwise scandal served as a stark reminder that even in the heart of innovation, where dreams are spun into reality and the future seems limitless, the allure of greed and the seductive power of a compelling narrative can lead even the most well-intentioned astray. It was a cautionary tale, a reminder that the pursuit of success, no matter how noble the stated goals, must always be grounded in ethics, integrity, and a commitment to the truth. The guilty verdict echoed not just within the courtroom walls, but reverberated through the streets of Fresno and the tech corridors of Silicon Valley. The city, once brimming with hope and aspiration fueled by Bitwise's promises, was now grappling with the harsh reality of the company's downfall. Investors were left financially ruined, their dreams of a secure future turned to dust. Employees found themselves jobless and disillusioned. The community, once eager to embrace Bitwise's promise, was left with a profound sense of betrayal. The city of Fresno faced the daunting task of rebuilding trust and picking up the pieces of its shattered dreams. The downfall of Bitwise Industries sent ripples of shock and disbelief throughout Silicon Valley and beyond. The tech industry, often lauded for its innovation, disruption, and potential to change the world, was forced to confront an uncomfortable truth: that even within its ranks, driven by the same ambition and hunger for success, lurked the potential for greed, deception, and a callous disregard for the rules. The Bitwise scandal served as a stark reminder that the allure of a compelling narrative, the promise of outsized returns, and the cult of personality could sometimes blind even the most seasoned investors and industry veterans to the warning signs of fraud. It highlighted the importance of due diligence, transparency, and a healthy skepticism, particularly in an industry known for its hype, hyperbole, and tendency to move fast and break things. In the wake of the scandal, there were calls for greater accountability, for stricter regulations, and for a cultural shift within the tech industry to prioritize ethical conduct and responsible innovation. Some argued for a more cautious approach to investing, urging venture capitalists and angel investors to look beyond the slick presentations and charismatic founders and to delve deeper into the financials, the business models, and the ethical underpinnings of the companies they were backing. The story of Bitwise Industries is a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the pursuit of noble goals, the allure of greed and the seductive power of a compelling narrative can lead to devastating consequences. It is a story that underscores the importance of critical thinking, due diligence, and a healthy skepticism, particularly in an age where information flows freely, but discerning truth from fabrication can be a daunting task. Here at Oblivion Unlocked, we are committed to unearthing the hidden truths, to shining a light on the dark corners of the world, and to holding those in power accountable for their actions. We believe that by exposing wrongdoing, by giving a voice to the voiceless, and by fostering a community of engaged citizens, we can help create a more just and equitable world. If you are as passionate as we are about seeking truth, about uncovering injustice, and about using information to empower and inspire, we invite you to join our community. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share our content with your networks. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can unlock oblivion.